Welcome everyone to the F&A show. What on earth are two dudes doing at a bridal shop?
Today is all about the ladies, all you wonderful brides. In this episode, we're going to take you through the entire process on how to find the perfect wedding dress. Let's get started.
My name is Freddie.
And my name is Arik, and we are Wedding in Ohio, and this is the F&A show.
Welcome everyone. My name is Freddie.
And my name is Arik. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the F&A show. To all of you recently engaged couples, we want to say congratulations.
This show is to provide you insight into the entire wedding process by covering each major aspect one episode at a time. Now, of course, the ring is important and it stays with you forever, but the dress is what makes the bride feel amazing on her big day.
That's right. The day is usually spent with friends and family at the bridal shop looking for the perfect wedding dress. We're going to take you through the top 10 list of what you can expect at the bridal shop. For our special guest, we're taking you to a local bridal shop. We're going to cover everything from beginning to end to find the perfect wedding dress.
And to wrap up the show, we have our top 5 wedding faux pas. And let's not forget, we are giving away some great prizes at the end of this show.
That's right. One of our biggest prizes that we have ever given away. This bag is full of amazing prizes and will save you money on your wedding dress. So stick around. You don't want to miss this.
All right, let's get this started. So, Arik, what is a wedding dress?
A wedding dress is passed down from your Grandma Edith, who received it from her great Aunt Betty, and is passing it on to you now to wear on your big day.
Wrong. A wedding dress that is passed down from generation to generation is thoughtful, but it's not for everyone. Styles change, and getting something from a professional bridal shop that is unique to you makes for a great wedding experience.
Wow, I sure know a lot about wedding dresses. While you're at it, why don't you tell our brides how much they should be budgeting for a wedding dress?
Okay, I will. While conducting my research, the national average cost of a wedding dress is $1,631, including alterations. Dress prices are based on various factors and generally range from $500 to $4,000.
Alrighty. Well, somebody did their homework, and there you have it. A lot of good information on budgeting, but it is time for us to go on a little field trip to a local bridal shop here in Mentor, Ohio. That's going to put your mind at ease on finding the perfect dress for you. Let's go. All right, welcome to, what are you doing?
Faux pas section?
No. No. Still no. Closer, but no.
How about now?
Ready? No. Yeah, no. No. Finally.
Much better.
Jeez.
Dizzy from being spun, hung on every word, yeah, every single.
All right, we are here with Alicia Daley from Daley Bridal. Thank you so much for having us here in your store.
Oh, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, we're excited to be here to showcase a lot of things that you offer here. Why don't you tell us a little bit on what you do and how long you've been doing this?
So we sell wedding dresses, obviously, Daley Bridal, but we are kind of like a one-stop shop. So we do a little bit of everything. We do invitations and signs and flowers, but mostly we do wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses, mother of the bride dresses in general. Our niche is we do a lot of custom dresses. So we'll build a dress from scratch for our brides. That's kind of what we're known for here. So.
Yeah, how long have you been doing this now?
I started designing when I was like 15. Obviously, I haven't been designing bridal dresses for that long, but I started designing when I was very young. I actually started with cakes, and not wedding cakes, just cakes. And then I kind of got into art and kind of built my way into designing invitations and dresses, and we actually officially started the business in 2017, and we've been going strong ever since.
Yeah, this is really great. I know all our brides to be, this is one of their happiest moments, is to walk through a bridal shop and start shopping for a dress, and take a bride to be and just maybe paint a picture of what does that look like from that first contact when they call you up. Where do they go from there?
So honestly, it can be two different ways. We get the bride who calls ahead of time and she's like, I've never done this before. This is my first time and I'm really overwhelmed and this is what I'm looking for. And at the very first point, we want to just calm them down because they're almost always really nervous. Obviously, they're spending a lot of money on their dresses. The dress is the focal point of the whole event. So they're really nervous. So we calm them down and kind of like get an idea of what they're looking for, reassure them that, you know, they're gonna find it. And then we make the appointment. They come in, meet with one of our consultants, and we just kind of just have fun with it. There really isn't a good formula that I feel like we follow here. It's what makes us different. We kind of let the bride take us where she wants to take us. We get some initial information, but after that, she kind of guides the appointment.
Okay. I can imagine it's a little overwhelming walking into a bridal shop and just seeing all these dresses hanging. Where do they start?
So honestly, that is the formula that I left out. We pick their first few dresses. They tell us what they want. They show us pictures off of Instagram, and sometimes we're like, that picture is a model and that dress may not look the same on you. So kind of like get their expectations in the right place. We also don't let brides go out of their budget. So some brides will go directly to the $2,000 dresses, but their budget's like $700. So we're like, you know, we won't even try those dresses on because it's just gonna make you feel bad that you can't afford it. And there's nothing wrong with not being able to afford an expensive dress. So we keep them in their budget with their style. Traditionally, we used to let the brides try on anything, but then they try on every dress in the store. Like, it's just so much fun. Yeah, exactly. We literally used to have like 2.5-hour appointments.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, maybe let's just try on your top 5 and then go from there instead of picking all the dresses. And that helps them not get dress fatigue, which is like so easy to get. And, you know, it gets really hot taking on these heavy dresses and taking them off. So making sure that the bride gets to lead the appointment, but not to the point where she's trying on every dress is really important.
You mentioned budget. When do you discuss the budget? Is that something you do over the phone call?
No,
or?
not anymore. I think that brides, 90% of brides, their parents pay for their dress. Or like their sister or somebody, but there are the brides who pay for it themselves, and those are our strict budget brides. We never even talk about going over their budget because we know that not everybody can just dish out thousands of dollars. But when the parents are here, it's a different story. We get so many, my mom or dad will pay for whatever I want. So then we look to the mom or dad and say, okay, what will you actually pay for? We don't use those words, but we'll like try to get a realistic budget. But we talk about that at the beginning of the appointment. That's one of the first questions we ask. We ask what their color preference is, what their lace or bling preference is, and then we ask what their budget is to kind of like gauge what they want. And we kind of start with like, you're a bride. And you say, you know, what do you want? And you tell me, I want bling at the top and I want a really big dress and I want it to have a cathedral train. And then I say, okay, what's your budget? And you're like, $1,000. And I'm like, okay, well, let's bring you to reality. I'm not saying bring you to reality, but in my mind, I say that and I say, well, those dresses typically run, you know, anywhere from $1,500 all the way up to $3,000. Sure. So just so you know, that's just initially. So then we'll say, well, you know, we'll throw in some belts there. We have some sleeves that we can throw on there that has some bling in it to get to your dress. But it may not be the dress you have in your mind, but it will be your perfect dress, and that usually works.
Well, so a bride comes in here, all the measurements happen, they find a dress, you got to go through the alterations. How long does that process take?
So I'm going to back you up a little bit. So you come in, you find your dress, and then your dress doesn't get ordered until you say, I'm at the right weight. Because a lot of brides come in here and they're like, I want to lose 2 sizes. Well, if you want to lose 2 sizes and we're measuring you for your dress the size you are now, and you lose more than 2 sizes, then you have to buy a new dress because the dress can't go in more than 2 sizes typically. And you have to buy another, you don't get discounts because you lost a lot of weight.
Does that happen often?
It happens quite often. So either brides gain weight or lose weight. There are very few brides that stay in that section. And that's purely because it takes anywhere from 6 months to a year to make a dress. and anybody's weight fluctuates, especially brides, like the stress, and they're looking at their bodies and they're like, I want to get down, and brides always forget about the dress. Like, I already bought my dress. They think in their minds that they can alter it. And some brides, they don't lose too much weight, and some brides don't gain too much weight. But there have been quite a few dresses that we had to add corsets to because they don't zip, or a lot of dresses that we've had to like completely replace because they don't fit over their hips. So ordering the dress when you're ready, that's number one. Number two, it takes anywhere from, on average, 6 to 12 months to make a dress. If you're doing a custom dress, it takes somewhere around 9 to 12 months to make that. We can do it in as little as 12 weeks, but it's honestly way too much of a hassle for us to take on more than one of those at a time. Yeah. So you order your dress, it gets made, it gets back in the store, you do your first fitting. And that's really where everybody's still like kind of really excited, and you hope that they still like it a year later, because you do get those brides that are like, I don't like it as much, or I don't remember it being like this. Wow. And the hardest part is when they try a dress on that's either too big or too small, so it like fell lower on their hips or it fell lower on their shoulders, and they actually liked it better that way when it was too big or too small, but when it fits, it doesn't fall the same way. So then you have to go into alterations, and something to keep in mind for all of our brides is alterations is a separate price. And it could really take your budget from, I only wanted to spend $1,500, you can end up spending $800 on alterations.
Just on alterations.
Just on alterations. It's a different price, and it should be included in the budget of your dress. So that's the most heartbreaking thing, when the bride comes in here with a $1,000 budget, and then she gets the dress back and it doesn't fit in the bust and it's too long, and she has to get it hemmed, and it has 6 layers, so you have to charge for each, third layer. And then she has to spend more money than she has.
Well, that's great. That's all helpful information. Anything else that the brides should really keep in mind going through this process?
I think that the number one thing is just to have fun with it. I mean, you come here, you're engaged, and you want to have a good experience, sit and drink one of our Copa di Vino wines. And just enjoy yourself, and not to take it too seriously, because you're gonna find your dress. Like, I've not had a bride yet not find their dress, and they may not find it here, they may not find it in Cleveland, but just enjoy the experience, and make sure that while you're doing it, you're keeping a level head about it. Everybody's keeping a level head about it. No one tears. So yeah, I do have a final thought.
Okay.
This is something that I wish somebody would have told me when I got married. You should always call ahead. Like I said in the beginning, you have the brides that call, and that's the first time we meet them, and then you have the brides where the first time we meet them. But the thing you never want is to go into a bridal shop and realize that they don't have anything that you're looking for. Okay. And you still feel like you have to try dresses on, so call ahead, and it's absolutely okay to cancel. So that's my final. Communication is key.
There you go. Well, thank you again so very much for giving us all this information, giving all our wonderful brides all this great information. You can find Alicia's information right below to her shop. Give her a call, set up the appointment. We had a great time visiting with Alicia at A. Daley Bridal here in Menor, Ohio. She was super knowledgeable. Her staff was knowledgeable. They had a huge inventory of dresses as far as the eye can see. I mean, hundreds of dresses hanging there. So the experience there is going to be amazing if you choose to go there. Now, don't forget, we still have this amazing bag here full of prizes that we're going to give away to one special bride. So stay tuned to find out how you can win this.
So it may seem a little crazy. You got two guys talking wedding dresses, right? But we have done our research, homework, and met with the professionals to put together and bring to you our top 10 list of finding a wedding dress.
Number 10, come up with a budget.
Start off with determining what your budget is for your wedding dress. Number 9, choose your style.
Look online, bridal magazines, do your research on what looks good on you. This will save you a ton of time when you get to the bridal shop. Number 8, find a bridal shop.
Asking questions like dress selections, availability, and customization is going to help you in finding the right shop for you. Number 7, schedule your appointment.
Most bridal shops require you to set up an appointment before you can get in there and actually try on dresses. Some are booked a month or even longer, so make sure you give yourself enough time for that. Also, if you have to cancel your appointment, let the bridal shop know as soon as possible so they could potentially fill that slot. Number 6, eat.
Make sure you eat before you go shopping. Being hangry can affect your mood and your attitude. Number 5, entourage.
Don't bring a big entourage. You're going to be outnumbered by all the voices that you hear and all the opinions from everybody. Make sure that the group you bring with you are people that you truly respect their opinions and want it. Number 4, finding the right dress.
Trying on multiple dresses in the style you like will help you make the right decision. Number 3, alterations.
Most bridal shops charge extra for alterations. Make sure you keep that in mind when discussing price. Number 2, where do the alterations happen?
Most dresses will need to be altered to fit you. Some bridal shops can do alterations on site, some will send it out. Depending on your time frame, this may be an important factor in making your bridal shop decision. And for your number 1, inspection.
Once your final fitting is done, make sure you inspect every inch of your dress.
Bonus!
Have fun! This is supposed to be a great experience. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, let your consultant know. Take a break and then get back in there.
That is your top 10 list of finding a wedding dress.
All right, here we are. It's now time for us to get a little
Fancy!
That's right. We are getting ready to do our top 5 wedding faux pas. All right, Freddie, let's remind our viewers what a wedding faux pas is.
This is stuff you do not do at a wedding. Ever. We've seen it. Not cool. Don't do it. Number 5, colored underwear.
We have seen hot pink, orange, black, yellow, all sorts of different colors from underneath the wedding dress. We know that this is unintentional, so make sure that when you're planning your undergarments, they match well with your wedding dress.
Number 4, don't wear white to a wedding.
It may be nice, it might be summertime, but the white dress or white anything should be only worn by the bride.
Number 3, train length.
Size does matter when it comes to the train on your wedding dress. If your dress is still turning the corner 10 seconds after you've passed it, it's probably a little too long. You're gonna spend the entire night maneuvering around in that thing.
Number 2, proposing at a wedding.
Unless you got the okay from the couple getting married and the wedding that you're attending, you should not be taking the focus off the couple that just got married. Do not do it.
Number 1, watch those drinks.
Quickest way to ruin a bride's day is spilling something on her dress, whether it's coffee or wine or anything. So please be mindful when you're carrying drinks around the bride. And that wraps up our top 5 wedding faux pas. It is time to give away the prize. Let's check this thing out.
Please like, subscribe, and share this video and you are automatically entered to win
This amazing bag full of all sorts of goodies from a Daley Bridal here in Menor, Ohio. First of all, this bag, massive. You got an extra little compartment right here. Put some miscellaneous things in there on your big day.
So let's get into this bag. We have a nice stemless wine glass.
Take a look at
Says
that.
bride.
Let's keep pulling. Keep pulling. There it is. A beautiful veil.
We also have this nice tumbler here for you. Also says bride.
A $100 gift certificate to a Daley Bridal here in Menor, Ohio. This could be used for any of the dresses that they have. This is good through December 2021. So this is gonna go to one lucky bride out there. Make sure again that you're liking this video, sharing it, and this could be yours. All right, before we finish up, we like to get a little serious here at the end of the show. We know there's so much to do on your wedding, all the planning, all the little details, everything that you gotta do, and it's on your plate. It's a lot, but the whole thing goes by very quickly, and it's so important to remember to enjoy every moment.
Thank you to our special guest, Alicia Daley from A Daley Bridal here in Mentor, and being such a great resource to all of you brides.
And of course, big thanks to you, Freddie, to get into a wedding dress for this particular episode.
Yeah, I got into a dress. I do it. I do what I got to do. I do it for all of you. I do it for us. We make it work.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we hope to see you next time on the F&A show for some more helpful information.